Hope everyone's having a great new year. Tonight I'm bringing you a new series which features the most polarizing player in the NBA this season, at least in my opinion. But recently we've seen Kawhi Leonard get disrespected. I'll talk about how that's caused conflicting opinions from NBA fans, as well as why he's the most misunderstood player in the league. For the rest of the season, until his free agency decision, we completely track Leonard's status on this new series, The Claw Saga. Notably, for episode 1, I'll ask the question, will Kawhi Leonard stay with the Raptors? I know it's only midway through the season, but tonight I'll make my prediction. Quick shout out to Scrimp Extra, who says the Nuggets are a young version of Golden State and predicts they'll take them out this year. Thinks there's very similar players between the two teams. He moves up in Community Speaks. Appreciate every comment, by the way. At the end of January, the Speaks board resets. Really apologize for the video delay. A ton of segments coming up, including the first volume of Will He Stay in Toronto? But here's why DeMar DeRozan getting his first career triple-double, and this moment bode pretty well for Toronto acquiring Kawhi this offseason. I don't want to read too much, 3 to 5 second interaction, but it seems like Leonard really showed a sense of appreciation and almost guilt for taking DeRozan's position in Toronto. Of course, he's aware of how important Toronto was to DeMar DeRozan. Then he sees him go off like that, so I think the one positive that came from getting beat down by the Spurs for Toronto fans is DeMar DeRozan going off, as weird as that sounds. Spurs fans, meanwhile, if you're watching this video, you have a right to be frustrated by the fact that I haven't brought up how Kawhi backstabbed you. Your anger most certainly built up as your silent assassin continued to avoid the media, and it reached a breaking point when he eventually forced his way out. And he's looked like a top player this season on a top roster, so the saltiness was expected, and it was also backed up by the American media. Here's what it all really comes down to, though. Kawhi has a misinterpreted all-business mentality. It's a fact that in any million-dollar industry, when you're making decisions for the future, unfortunately, feelings don't and can't come into consideration. So the fact that he displays little emotion off the court gives the narrative that he's disrespectful. In reality, though, he's just being himself and doing what's best to get the most out of his playing days. His on-court play and leadership do all the talking for him. In my opinion, that's the way it should be. Today's standout moment is the disrespect Leonard has been getting. There was the Bucks fans playing his laugh when the Raptors turned the ball over, and also zero appreciation from Spurs fans whatsoever for winning a title. Although I understand the booing in a sense, but to not get any love, that's just disrespect. How quickly they can forget a man who carried them to a championship. It's almost like they're getting complacent from all the titles they're winning. But bottom line is, for the first time in a very long time, the Spurs organization made a big mistake by misreporting Leonard's injury and rushing him back to get healthy. They did the same thing with Danny Green. Overall, though, they didn't see the big picture with Kawhi as an organization, and he made a decision. So the Bucks in-arena team and Spurs fans are simply displaying jealousy, in my opinion. Here's the topic you've stuck around for. I'll get right to if I think Leonard is staying with my Raptors. Again, the US media comes up in this video, specifically Woj, who's a reputable reporter, but his argument that Kawhi has already won a championship, so winning long-term may not be a priority. I think that's absolutely ridiculous, and the Raptors are organizationally from top to bottom, they're doing a heck of a job at impressing Kawhi Leonard. The Clippers roster isn't that strong, but maybe Leonard just wants to be like LeBron and be in warmer weather in the spotlight. But it's pretty much proven at this point, at least I think, that eager reporters and tons of attention isn't something Kawhi is interested in.
Can you talk about your favorite Christmas moment?
Not right now.
Not right now.
The Raptors' top two beside him in Ibaka and Lowry, they're aging, but this team's young talent is very legit. DeLon Wright's size and efficiency, that'll allow him to be the future point guard of this team. The most improved player of the year favorite, Pascal Siakam, he's special, and I think he should help convince Kawhi to stay. Norman Powell, Freddie Van Vliet are the role players of your future. Chris Boucher, a lot of people probably don't know his name, but he's a damn interesting prospect. Tall, big man who shoots threes, kind of looks like Manute Bol. I think a trade needs to be made for the Raptors, though, if they want to be a title contender. But they need to be considered the favorite to sign Leonard as of right now. I'm going to say it. The postseason is going to be everything. And in the biggest moments, Masai's team has to come through around Leonard. Health will obviously play a huge factor, but I believe this will be a special spring in Toronto. Let me know if you disagree. I really apologize again for the video delay. Join the best community on YouTube, or the best hoops community on YouTube, by hitting subscribe if you're new. Today's shout-out question is, what must happen for Kawhi to stay? Top answer gets next video shout-out. This has been D-Flow. Thanks a ton for watching. See you next video.